There were 2 apples and 5 bananas in a basket. After additional apples and bananas were placed in the basket, the ratio of the number of apples to the number of bananas was 1/2. How many apples were added? Okay, so we started with not a ratio of 2 to 5, but literally 2 apples and 5 bananas in a basket. After additional apples and bananas were placed in the basket, the ratio of the number of apples to the number of bananas was 1/2. So what does that mean? So we don't know how many apples were added, and we don't know how many bananas were added, and there's really doesn't seem to be any sort of connection between those two numbers. Other than that, afterwards we had a ratio of 1 to 2. So what does that mean? That means my new apples over my new number of bananas should be equal to 1/2. So what is my new apples to my new bananas? So we had 2 apples before, and then we added, and we can just say X additional apples. And then our bananas we had 5 bananas to start, and then we added some other amount. So we'll call that Y. And so if it's asking how many apples were added, they are asking us for X. So if I want, even before looking at the statements, if I want to get rid of my fractions here, I can cross multiply so that I get 4 plus 2x is equal to 5 plus y. If I want to get everything in terms of x, because that is what I'm trying to solve for, 2x is equal to y plus 1. So x is equal to y plus 1 all over 2. But statement 1 says the number of apples added was 2/3 the number of bananas added. So this means the number of apples added, x, is equal to 2/3 the number of bananas added, y. So based on this, so remember I'm looking for x here, so I can plug in 2/3 y for x if I wanted to, but that would give me y, and I'd have to go back and solve for x. So I might as well, I want to get this in terms of y here. So this means y is equal to 3/2 x. All I did was multiply each side by the reciprocal. So now I have x is equal to 3/2 x, or 1.5x, plus 1 over 2. And so I can multiply each side by 2 now to get what 2x is equal to 1.5x plus 1. Subtract 1.5x from each side. 0.5x is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1 over 1/2, which means x is equal to 2. Sufficient. Statement 2. A toll. What? How could they have mistakes in these official practice Gmat exams? A total of 5 apples and bananas were added. So what does that mean? So x plus y is equal to 5. So is that going to be enough to solve here? So this means if I want to do the same thing, substitute for y is equal to 5 minus x. So if I plug that in here, because remember this this is still information from our prompt. This was just rearranging this. So I can plug into here now. X is equal to 5 minus x plus 1 over 2. And then I get 2x is equal to 5x, 5 minus x plus 1. Or add x to each side. 3x is equal to 6. X is equal to 2. And so in this case, the answer is D. A little bit more math than I was expecting. Still, you're good at translating. Not the worst question. D.